Aho mitikui oisen. Aho. Ho'oponopono. Jai Bhagwan. Namaste. Haush, haush. Us. 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 Welcome home, my family. My brothers, my sisters. We are one big family under God. Welcome home. I'm live now. I am intending to read to you. We are reading the Mayan messages. This is by this lovely author, and her name is Theresa Crabtree. I was kind of expecting her name to be there, but it's not there. Oh, look, it's right there. Theresa Crabtree. And today I will be reading from page 102. Okay, made sure that was included in the title. This book is available for free online. I imagine on her official website it has the link. However, it might be mymessages.wordpress.com, something like that. I kind of forgot, so sorry if that's wrong. She also has this book for sale if you're like me and you like to get hands-on. So I'm going to go ahead and read this to you. This kind of goes hand in hand with, it's called the Mayan cards. However, this is like a whole thing within itself. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to begin to read. It says, Day 54, Ix2, Clear Intentions. I am Ix, alongside with Tone 2. Today, we would like to share some thoughts regarding polarity. In your realm, there is an infinite amount of choices presented to you each day. Once you get past the belief code that some are right and some are wrong, you can temporarily find yourself at a standstill. It is like taking a child into a toy store and telling him he can have anything he wants, as long as it fits in the car. He is so awestruck with the possibilities that he doesn't know where to start. How do you narrow the choices? First, you must develop the belief code called goals for yourself. Many get hung up on these goals, thinking that they must reach them or be a failure. We encourage you to set goals with clear intentions, but to remain open to changing those goals when necessary. When a clear intention is set, we will help you reach your goals. We know that your understanding of the future is limited. From our perspective, we have the advantage of peeking into all future possibilities. We also have the added ability to know what everyone else has up their sleeves. If each of you on earth had no fears or guilt, spoke your truth, and had only love in your heart for yourselves and others, setting goals would be much easier. Let me explain. Perhaps you have set a goal to find a specific job. We help you to acquire your dream job that has all of the qualities you want when it comes to income, location, working environment, hours, etc. Soon you realize that your boss has the power and inclination to make your life miserable. So much for that perfect job. You have choices regarding how you will react with this person. For the sake of our example, we will assume that you are being as kind and loving as you can towards this person. Yet she continues to make your life a living nightmare. The stress is so overwhelming, you consider leaving your dream job. You can decide that leaving it is in your best interest. You can play the role of victim and feel sorry for yourself, or have a dozen other reactions. The point is that you had a goal and you reached it, but due to unforeseen circumstances, you changed your mind and set a new goal for yourself. What we want to impress upon you today is that you live in a world of polarity. Each of you has the ability to choose which end of the spectrum you want to experience. You can choose to be kind or evil, happy or sad. You can choose to dress well or shabbily, etc. There are a myriad of choices being made each moment by 6 billion people on your planet. That does not include the plants and animals that are sentient as well. Here you are, one speck on this grand planet, setting goals for yourself. As you encounter others whose goals mess up your desires, you would be wise to be flexible and go with the flow that leads you to the things you wish to experience. Also, take into account that there are millions of experiences that you don't even know about. Through conversations with others and the media, you are constantly exposed to new information. Perhaps your goal was perhaps your goal was to take a vacation to the Bahamas so you could de-stress from your job. In the grocery store, you picked up a travel magazine that had a story about the Bahamas. As you turned the pages, you saw an article about New Zealand and felt more of an affinity to go there. And so, you changed your vacation destination goal. Setting goals is crucial if you want to manifest anything in your life. However, being flexible is also important. We will give a small scenario to help you better understand the complexities involved in our work as we assist you from the other side. Picture yourself in a dream job. Your boss has caused you to be so miserable that all you can think about is getting away for a few days. So you begin to dream about going to the Bahamas and relaxing on a beach. As your vacation time draws near, you get more excited about the prospect. However, you know when you return, the problem will still be there. In the meantime, you also have dreams of meeting the perfect mate. You would also like to live closer to your family. Although you love your job, your boss has made it unbearable. Although it pays well and has good benefits, the stress is literally making you sick. From our perspective on the other side, we are busily trying to create each and every one of your goals. We are checking out all of the possible people that might make a good mate for you and who lives near your family. We have found 3 possible matches for you. Now, how do we get each of you to meet? We monitor your emotions closely to figure out the choices you are likely to make, as well as the choices of the possible mates are likely to make. If each of you has a clear intention, our job is easier. When you are consciously aware, intuitive, and connected with your spirit guides, and life is a breeze. In those cases, you simply follow the strong leads we offer to reach your desired outcome. However, for most of you, it isn't easy. When you waver back and forth, it makes it harder for us, although we make no judgment regarding your choices. When you ask for something with passion, we set things in motion to fulfill that request. When you change your mind, know that what we have set up for you is still in motion, so you may experience some backlash until those settle down. In the meantime, we set up new situations to meet the criteria of what you now want. It is common for humans to continually waver, which makes getting your goals accomplished very difficult. Let's return to our scenario. You have these main goals that you clearly want to happen in your life, either the same job without bothersome boss or a new dream job, living closer to your family, finding a good mate, having a good income with benefits, and a week in the Bahamas. Because we can monitor your emotions, we know that deep down the most important wish on your list is to move closer to your family. However, the work market is depressed and you know there are no jobs available with the income and benefits you want. In this scenario, you have prayed that these goals be met with the highest good of all. We love that clause because we know that our efforts will create joy in the lives of all involved. However, let it be known that you can choose to experience things that you know will sadden others. For example, your best friend will miss you when you move. Because we have no judgment in the matter, we will do our best to allow that scenario to be played out. We know that there is no right or wrong, and it is up to each of you to choose what you wish to experience. Your annual vacation time is coming up, and while you are at the grocery store, you purchase a travel magazine about the Bahamas. As you thumb through it the evening, you are entranced with the article on New Zealand. It is more costly than the trip to the Bahamas, but you have a strong urge to go to New Zealand instead. This is why. In the town where your family lives are 3 possible mates who fit the general criteria you are looking for. One is headed to New Zealand on a business trip. The other 2 are staying home. Since you haven't bought your tickets, we know that you are still undecided whether to spend your vacation with your family or in the Bahamas. So we begin to set up possible ways for you to meet these 3 new potential spouses. As we monitor all 4 of you, we see that you have told your boss the dates you want to take your vacation. We also see that you are following our lead and leaning towards New Zealand. We impress upon bachelorette or bachelor number 1 to extend the business trip 1 week for sightseeing. This will put both of you in New Zealand at that time. If you both make your plans to be in New Zealand at the same time, we continue with our plans to impress upon each of you to be at a certain place at the same time so that you can meet. Can you see now why it is easier for us to fulfill your desires when you are awake and not wavering on your goals? Therefore, you both decide to be in New Zealand at the same time. We already know which hotel your possible mate will be staying at because the company has already made the reservations. We will do all we can to get you into the same hotel. As each of you sit in your separate abodes, poring over travelogues, we are monitoring your reactions. When there are places or experiences that you both are interested in exploring, we will try to make things happen so you will be there at the same time. Can you see how complex this gets? Has your computer, for some unknown reason, jumped into a website? Have you ever felt a strong urge to call someone, turn on the radio or television, but you didn't know why? These are some of the ways we work to impress your mind with thoughts or by manipulating electronic devices. Now, you both have plane tickets. If you were paying attention to the impressions we were placing on your mind, you will have chosen the hotel the possible mate will be staying at, even though it cost $20 more a night and wasn't in a town you were really drawn to visit. To shorten our story, you finally meet on the 3rd day after missing 5 of the opportunities we set up for you. You are amazed to find that out of the possible mate lives 5 miles from your parents. When you return to your homes, you continue to keep in touch. During your next vacation, you plan to visit your parents with the intention to get to know your potential mate better. You both feel it must be divine intervention for you to have met under such peculiar circumstances. However, after spending 3 days together in your hometown, you both decide you would rather remain friends and not go further than the romance scene. We have been monitoring both of you and could see it coming. In the meantime, we have been frantically finding ways for you to meet the other 2 possible mates while you are in town. Voila! You finally meet up with one of them. It is love at first sight. After you return to your home, you keep in touch. He comes to visit you. Both of you decide that you want to be partners forever. You quit your job and move back to your hometown. He is making a good income, which allows you to find a dream job, although it pays less income and has no benefits. However, now that you have combined incomes, you don't need to make so much money. When you marry, you will be covered under his benefits, so you don't need the full health care package at your job. Thus, you get everything you want, although the outcome looks a little different than what you had expected. You never did accomplish the goal of going to the Bahamas, and you didn't accomplish your goal of a job with the same income level and benefits, yet overall, the outcome fulfilled all of your desires. Can you see the complexity of working with humans? This scenario basically involves 4 people. Most involve many more than that. In addition, there are many other smaller goals that each of you are setting intentions on. Trying to fulfill everyone's desires becomes quite complex. When people waver back and forth, it creates even more difficulty. Often it is easier for us to heal incurable diseases than to accomplish simpler tasks. This is because when someone is very ill, that person and others fervently pray for their health to be restored. There is passion involved and no wavering. Heal them. The prayer is direct and focused. However, with lesser desires, there tends to be much wavering. I want this. No, I want that. I only want this if I can have that. No, I think I want this instead. It takes much patience to be a human spirit guide. Each of you has the free will to choose whatever you want to experience, set goals or intentions, yet know that at any time you can change them. However, wavering creates a shift that makes it harder to realize your goal. Clear intentions are crucial. Being alert, looking for synchronicities and coincidences while following your intuition are always ways we can lead you to your desired outcome. Often aware people overhype the coincidences and read more into a situation than really is there. That is how many of you get off track, but no need for despair. We will continue to try to get you back on track as soon as you overshoot or miss the mark. The main point we would like to make today is that you not attach yourselves to any goal to the point that you feel that you have failed. Like the person in our scenario, there was no failure involved, although several goals were not met. Often, much time passes before you can see the blessings in what you felt were failures. Then you can see how the experiences led you to your desired outcome, which many times is better than your initial dream. Set your dreams high, energize them with passion. Watch for synchronicities, follow the clues, even if you have to go beyond your comfort zone. Then watch your life unfold. Selamet, X2. I hope you enjoyed this read. I will be back shortly. I will be going live again and sharing with you a couple more different readings. I just wanted to make sure this was on its own. If you enjoy her, I am very sincere in sharing with you to check out TheresaCrabtree.com. I have greatly enjoyed her services and working with Reverend Crabtree. Oh, Shanti.